Where is the... Hold on. What is happening? There we go. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the heck happened there. Let's switch on the sound. Alright. Over to Norwich. We're facing a caster enemy. Okay.
It's gotta be Pharaoh. I can smell it.
That's the only one I can think of. Besides, he's still a loose end that needs to be tied up. Here we go. The beast's magical energy signal is gone. And the smoke and fire that was covering Norwich disappeared along with it. She did it, Silver Shinobi. Mash actually banished a whole calamity. I can't believe it. Like Kohai's really something else, isn't she? Oh, jeez, you just barely pulled through, too. I can't believe you remote summoned 2 servants. Twice, no less. Just lie down and rest, okay? We have 10 minutes until our rendezvous with the Storm Border, and Mash should be back soon, so... Yeah, you should have just enough time to grab a few winks. You know, I am pretty tired. For some reason, I can just tell when and where he'll try to strike. We're both worthless good-for-nothings at heart. I was always thinking more about how things would end than how long they'd keep going. Remember that well, and don't let your guard down until it's well and truly over. Phew. The battle was over. The Knights of the Round Table had successfully banished the calamity. In its final moments, it almost seemed like the enormous hound was weeping. Whether in gratitude or suffering, I do not know. Thank you, Sir Gawain, Sir Lancelot. Thanks to you two. I was able to show her what true Knights of the Round Table are like, just like she wanted. Still, she paid a heavy price for her victory. As the report said, there were signs that the Round Shield would perform a chain summon on the night Sheffield was destroyed. By importing their names, the land of the FAE had given the Knights of the Round Table a place to exist in this lost world. And as Galahad, Mash Kirilite had benefited most of all from that arrangement. The summons themselves had been performed by the Round Table, and the heroic spirits who answered it appeared only briefly. But even without paying a price for the contract, Mash's stamina and mental energy were heavily depleted. I'm pretty exhausted, but I don't have any major injuries. And my respiratory system is fine. Thank goodness. Just a little rest and I should be back on my feet. Oh, right. I should let Meunier know I'm done. I can make it back to the Shadow Border in 4 minutes, so he could just wait there for... In her current state, Mash should be able to recover her strength and magical energy to combat-ready levels in 3 minutes, and make it back to the Shadow Border 2 kilometers away in less than 1. However... Be careful, Little Red Riding Hood. When you're that tired, you're easy pickings for any wolf who happens to come along.
I know that.
Oh no, you don't, Barrel.
Miss me, Cryptor scum.
Senpai? What are you doing here? I had bad feelings, so I ran here as fast as I could. Never mind that now. We need to get your wound treated. Get behind me, Master. And thank you for helping me recover my strength almost instantaneously. It's a good thing you got here when you did. Well, shit.
What's wrong, Silver? You spend the night with Canto Denzo?
You ran
No.
You ran all the way here from the border? What a killjoy. Didn't anyone ever tell you that you're supposed to stick to combat support? What a piss-poor excuse for a master you are. Now you went and ruined the meal I've been looking forward to for nearly forever. Ugh. You're the worst. Guess I must have lost a step if I messed up something so easy. Did he just...
Welcome back.
His body's just barely holding
Well.
together.
We've done this twice now.
There we go.
And simply, I'm tired of you.
Beryl, good. I thought you might still be alive. Of course I am. Can't go dying while I've still got a reason to live. Isn't that right, Mash? Sorry I left you alone for so long. I didn't get tired of you, I promise. Just lots of crap getting in our way. Not only have there been no opportunities for us to spend time alone together like we used to, but you even got healthy enough to get up and start moving around on your own, just like the doctor planned. Man, I miss our days in Chaldea's treatment room. You always looked so bored in there. That's why I went in to liven things up. You didn't have much in the way of human emotion. You didn't have much in the way of human emotions back then, but you still had the same responses to pain as anyone. I still remember the sound of the bones in your fingers snapping, and the way your screams echoed around the room. It was like I was playing in a concert hall, and you were the piano. Just the two of us, alone in the world. Now the other arm. Ugh, my head is killing me. The hell's going on? Whatever. There's no doctor here now. Sure, there's someone else trying to spoil our fun, but he won't come between us for much longer. Sorry to keep you waiting so long, Mash. What the hell are you saying? I'm talking about love, of course. I don't want to kill Mash. I just want to love her. So stay out of this, alright?
How about hell no?
Go on, Mash.
Dick.
Tell him. Tell him this is just how we communicate. Tell him this is my love language. That may be true. You never had any malicious intent toward me, murderous or otherwise. When you broke my fingers in the treatment room, you even seemed genuinely concerned for my condition. You listened intently to my cries of pain. And you said that was love. You said it wasn't joy that moved you, but the sight of agony. You're sick, Beryl. Well, of course. I'm only human. I never had many friends I could really relate to. Same with interests, really. It's hard to find someone who... Ah, damn it. I was hoping to take my time with this, but it looks like my head's going now. That Morse curse finally caught up to me. But that's okay. It just means I won't be able to act human anymore. So before that happens, I'm gonna take my blushing bride and be on my way. Mind giving us your blessing, Kohai? Go save the world if that's what does it for you. Everyone's got their kinks. I don't really...
How about you rot in the lowest circle of Helheim itself?
I don't really get it, but hey, different strokes for different folks. All I ask in return is that you keep your nose out of other people's love lives. Alright. That does it. Okay, let's,
Before you do anything, Silver,
yeah.
I picked up a little monologue for this moment.
Let's Let's see.
Hello again, Barrel Goose. We've done this twice now. And quite simply, I'm tired of you. I haven't had this much contempt since I met Did. It was fun to kill Gizia. But the fun has an end. But you're in luck. I'm in the mood to give you one last fight before you come to Helheim. Are you ready? Because we are. So let's do this.
Cut.
One last round.
All right. Contact.
Koji.
Yeah.
Get the popcorn. I'm gonna enjoy savoring Barrel's screams of silver turns him into a walking lightning rod.
All right. Let's see.
Our pen leaves him unrecognizable.
Oh, that's too easy a fate for him.
Let's see.
I want that sack of crap to suffer.
All right. Let's see. Queen's Discipline. Also, I find it interesting that there's no Tree of Emptiness anymore in this Lost Belt, but it's a variation of the Tree of Emptiness theme. Obscurant Wall of Chalk.
I think Koji's leaving to get the popcorn.
No. Okay, let's see. How about Charisma? Honorable Wall of Snowflakes, just in case. All right. Okay, and next is Maeve. Ooh, I think we'll go right to finishing off that health bar.
Just so you know about Barrel Silver, his gut season was 1 HP. So beat his ass.
So far, shouldn't be a problem.
Especially since castles are weak to riders.
Oh man, that's a sizable amount of damage from that Moore's illness. Okay. I can appreciate that.
You know, Somehow the Moors are carrying this.
Let's see.
Oh, interesting little facet. In my fight with Farrell, I had Morgan deal the final blow.
Ha! Irony.
Yeah, as if to say, fuck you, I'm glad he's upgraded to coaching. And then the Oberon fight that's coming up soon. On your end, rather.
Yep.
I did the same thing, but with more. Guess who delivered the final blow on that fight on my end?
Nice.
Guess who?
Uh-oh.
It's Morgan who delivered the final blow on Oberon.
All right.
それは全ての傷、全ての怨恨を癒す我らが故郷。権限せよ、ロード・キャメロット。
Not much else I could do with Sakamoto and Maeve. At least until that stun wears off. How much longer does that stun last? 2 more turns. Jeez. Oh. And this turn, I can't do anything. I'll need to check my craft essences later to see if I have any that apply debuff immune.
I'll look up this.
Uh-oh. Okay, as long as Ryoma and Maeve don't get stunned again.
Well, you're in luck. That's all the Saint has that debuff immune you were mentioning.
Alright, that's good. Hero of Reform. Okay, Honorable Wall of Snowflakes. Okay. That should at least help us against the worst of it. Okay. Removed Maeve's defense buffs, but at least she didn't take any damage. He has been focusing his fire a good bit on MASH.
Well, that's what he usually does in this battle.
やってやるぞ
Okay, good to know.
もう一発行け行くぞ
Yeah, I figured he'd be interested to know that.
What was that?
Yeah, I figured he'd be interested to know that.
Let's see. How many more guts does he have? 4 left. Yeesh. Okay.
Look
In-
on the bright side.
了解
Look on the bright
ターゲ
side.
ット
Yeah.
This one, this brave chain, will pack this bozo up. A brave chain and an MP will probably pack this boat. A couple of MPs
だ
have
いぶ切った
keys or something. You probably pack that bozo up.
I don't think we even need that.
No, I just want to see him suffer for what he did to Maj. That's all.
Alright. Well, MASH is about to land the last blow.
それは
Ironic.
全ての怨恨を癒す我ら
Hey,
の
you said it was ironic when I did the same thing with
権
Morgan.
限せよ
This one's more poetic justice.
キャメロット 見事な采配です先輩
It's game over. Pharaoh 2.
Alright.
Now, keep this interesting to my old pantheon. Will you?
Oh, here we go. Although he was a mage, Berlgut's true profession and passion was killing. He learned the dark arts from his mother, one of the Magecraft world's rejects, and a witch. In the Mages Association, witch is not simply a word for a female mage. They are considered completely different creatures from humans. Supernatural beings by nature, witches created the Mage Association's Humana, or botany department, which studies curses and medicines, and were also involved in the establishment of the first magic. But there are no witches present in the Mages Association anymore. As time went on and civilization developed further, they changed both their form and their way of life. Berlgut's mother was one such witch. The witches' transformations were myriad. Some returned to the earth, some returned to the past, and some joined the first. Mages thought these transformations were miraculous and spoke of them in reverent tones. Meanwhile, some witches abandoned their way of life and assimilated into civilized society, with some of them falling so low as to become human. Witches who had fallen were treated with neither compassion nor respect. No matter what kind of magecraft or mystics they possessed, no mage would recognize them as human. As far as they were concerned, any witch who had survived to the modern day as a human was no more than refuse. Hey, Gran? Why do witches die if they fall in love with a human? A young Beryl posed this question to the witch claiming to be his mother one day. His mother, who more closely resembled an enormous toad in a robe than a human being, replied, "Why, that's easy. It mixes bloodlines. That rots our souls. We're fairies, you see. We don't give birth to children. I'm my own daughter, see? But I screwed up. I screwed up real bad. Why did I end up looking like this? Please, let me go back. Let me go back to my old form. Curse the monster. Curse that little wench. So what if she's human as descendant? Does that mean she could do whatever she wants? Even though I screwed up, I'm the one who was deceived. If only I'd never met him. If I'd never gotten involved with a human, then I never would have been stuck with a brat like you. She apologized the moment the words left her mouth. I'm sorry, Beryl. I don't know why I said that. You're my precious son. My darling boy. It's okay, Gran. I know you don't mean it. Now don't cry. Can't see the stars in your eyes when you cry. They're your best feature. Prettier than anyone else's. Beryl. Oh, thank you, Beryl. You're the only one I can count on. The only thing I have worth living for. Beryl Good lived with his mother away from human society, where she taught him all manner of curses and rituals. It's unclear how much influence these spells, most of which used life as their chief ingredient, had on Beryl's personality. He learned things like how to track prey, and how to make a witch's pot that could cross two living things together. He learned how to conceal himself, how to make a deadly poison, how to turn karma into tumors, how to amplify pain, how to borrow against misfortune. He especially loved spells suited to assassination and torture, and his mother happily trained him. So there's no more spells you have left to teach me? I see. That's too bad, Mum. Then one day, Beryl put out his mother's eyes and left the forest behind him. After that, he did as he pleased. He sold his services as a mage who dealt exclusively in killing, and for a time, life was good. But eventually he had killed so many people he could no longer live comfortably, even in the underworld. Then, just as he was looking for a new place to call home, he was recruited to Chaldea by its director, Marisbury Animisphere, and came to what would be his third homeland, a base in the Antarctic. There he saw a creature so ugly he could scarcely believe his eyes. Whoa, you gotta be shitting me. What the hell is that? I thought Chaldea was supposed to be a humane organization about preserving humanity. So how does that thing figure into your mission, Doctor? This creature's ugliness wasn't a matter of its appearance, but rather its way of life. It was incomplete, like an eternally premature infant. Beryl laughed and said it reminded him of a ballot egg. And on top of that, hey, Doctor, what's that girl's name? I've seen a ton of people over the years, and that girl right there, she's something special. She might have a long way to go now, but one day she's going to be prettier than anyone else. It seems Beryl may have inherited his mother's green thumb, as he had a gift for growing flowers. He knew that this one might be a miserable sight now, but in 10 years she would bloom into something beautiful. And so he decided to watch over the flower's growth. It brightened his dreary days. That said, I don't actually know the first thing about art. Whenever I go to a new country, I always make sure to visit its biggest art museum. I've seen a lot of renowned landscapes and paintings, but I didn't think much of them. I could tell they were well made, of course, but that's all. For the longest time, I figured I just wasn't the kind of guy who could appreciate beautiful things. But then I fell in love, Mash. I finally got to know who I really am. I don't hurt you because it's fun or because I hate you. I hurt you because I care about you. I hurt you so I can love you. That's the kind of guy I am. I'm just the type of guy who can only recognize beauty once it's been damaged. So I'm going to keep you safe. From everyone. And everything. I'm not going to let the Doctor or Marisbury have their way with you. I'm not going to let them give you a serious fight. That was my condition for becoming their cleanup guy. Remember this, Mash. I'm not going to die as long as you're around. I'll always have fun in a world with you in it. Hard to believe, isn't it? I know. I can hardly believe it myself. But it's true. You're the most important thing in this whole world to me. So, you don't mind, right, Mash? I want to see you suffer more than anything. Barrel Goot! Barrel Goot was taken into temporary custody, and his access to that area of Chaldea was revoked. This was a year before the fateful day Team A embarked on their first experimental race shift. Huh? That's weird. Why are you punching me, Doctor? Are you trying to take her away from me again? Wait, please. You can't do this to me. I still haven't felt anything. I only accepted this shitty deal to be brought back to life because they said you were here. All I wanted was to see you again. Take one more step towards her and I'll... It's okay, Master. He can't do anything anymore. That's it. Those eyes. Those eyes are beautiful. You gotta take good care of them. You've only got two after all. You don't have to run. I'll keep you safe. I love you. I love you, Mash. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Yes, I'm sure you do. But I don't understand what you call love, Beryl. And I don't think anyone ever will.
Resting pit.
Sick fuck. Well, that's that out of the way.
I'm sure Lady Hell will have a grand old time torturing Beryl.
No, I think that would give Lady Hell too much of a hassle. I'd say just let him die with the Lost Belt so that he can fade into oblivion.
Oh, Silver, you're no fun.
Hey. No matter how many times you try to kill a cockroach, sometimes the cockroach gets back up. So you gotta get rid of it permanently. Can't take your time with it, you know?
Silver, Silver, you don't know me, do ya?
I do. That's why.
In Jotnar culture, we tend to take sadistic pride in torturing those we hate.
Okay, the
I don't
shadow...
think humans right.
Hmm?
So what? So who? But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah. Okay,
So who's next on the docket?
we'll see.
We already took care of Albion and Barghest, and Hell is probably torturing Beryl as we speak.
Okay, the shadow border is on its way to Norwich, so now it's my turn. I'll be back in 20 minutes. Right. I know you said Salisbury is the safest city in Britain, so I'm sure you'll be alright. But are you certain you don't want to take along a bodyguard or two, just to be safe? I know Captain and the Marines have to stay on the storm border to make repairs, but you could always ask Greemer or Artoria Castor to go along with you, no? For that matter, while it pains me to say it, I could have Holmes accompany you too, or even go with you myself if necessary. You, Gordy? But I thought you hated singularities. I do, and lost belts for that matter. Hell, I don't even want to think about setting foot outside the border. But circumstances being what they are, can't afford to be choosy. Besides, I have a bad feeling about this. Man, you really are a worrywart, aren't you, Gordy? I appreciate the thought, but it'll be faster if I go alone. I already passed for a ferry in Salisbury, and I know my way around there, too. Besides, we only have one pair of jet wings, remember? Don't worry, I'll be fine. I'm just gonna swoop in, pop over to the pub, come back with Habitrot. In and out. Okay, be back soon. Take care of the storm border while I'm gone, Captain. Of course. I may be the ship's captain, but you're its brain. We need you back here as soon as possible. Oh, you. You know just as well as I do that Professor can handle things here, too. Still, I appreciate the vote of confidence. I'll be extra quick, just for you.
The city's burning. It's been burning forever now. There haven't been any wind tidings from Lady Aurora. Everyone in the city's changed. Of course, I'm not surprised. Deep down, we were all jealous of each other. We pretended to laugh while we actually seethed. We pretended to be sad while we secretly smiled. That's just what we fairies are like. So of course this is how things turned out. The pub's so quiet now. There's no sign of the fairies who used to smile and laugh here anymore. Nobody comes to my pub at all. I guess Britain really is done for. But that's okay. Things are just back to the way they were before. My pub was always like this. Drab, boring, far cry from the places on Main Street. Just like me. All the exciting recent stuff was just a special occasion. An unbelievably fun, once-in-a-lifetime exception. Phew! Good thing I made it here without anyone seeing me. That was too damn close for comfort. Man, Gordy was right. I had no idea things had gotten so bad here. Da Vinci! You came back! Ah! This is great! I'm so glad you're alright! Things took a really bad turn at the cathedral, right? I was so worried about you!
Hey, Mike. Good to see you safe and sound, too. Not that I was especially worried about you. Your pub's pretty sturdy, and you're not the type to take unnecessary risks. I knew you wouldn't let the rumors mess with you, or take to the streets like the other fairies.
Yeah, of course not. I've been in the kitchen all this time coming up with new recipes. Here, Da Vinci, check this out. This one's really something. I found out you can make a really thin kind of bread with the buckwheat flour I got from Norwich. Then you can put all kinds of yummy things on top, like cream, ham, veggies.
Oh, that's amazing, Mike. You invented galettes. Not even Norwich managed to come up with those, and they've been breaking the Queen's laws to do whatever they wanted for ages. You must have been doing a lot of experimenting to figure this out. This is a proud moment for me as a teacher.
Yeah, I did. I worked really hard at it. It was tough, but fun. It wasn't easy, but it was really fulfilling. It's like a whole new world's opened up. I'm not the same useless Mike I was before. I'm a fully fledged fairy now, and it's all thanks to you.
Aw, you're giving me too much credit. I didn't make you into a hard worker. You had that going for you all along. You would have made something of this pub eventually, even if I'd never showed up.
Where are you going, Da Vinci? What's on the second floor?
Oh, I just popped back to get something I forgot. I need to grab Typhon and Habitrot and go back to our ship as soon as possible.
Go back? Where to?
Our ship's parked up in the air. Once I get back, we're gonna go take care of the Calamity. Say, here's a thought. I know Gordy won't be happy about it, but do you want to come with us? That riot out there isn't calming down anytime soon, yeah? Having one fairy come along won't make any difference.
No thanks. I'll stay here. Here's fine. Besides, I've still got the basement. I'll be safe no matter what. Yeah, it's safe here. There's nowhere safer. There's no point going out. we can just stay here. Forever. Oh no. This guy's gonna go into yandere, isn't he? Habitrot, are you up? Are you still conscious? Yeah. Is that you, Da Vinci? I knew you'd come back for me. Wish I could have gone to meet you myself, but oh well. You don't have to say anything. Your face is saying everything I need to know. That's good. Keeps things simple. Yeah, it does. I don't know how things ended up like this, or why you made the choice you did. But after scanning all of Britain with the border, this was the only conclusion that made sense. You're going to help us, right? Of course. Besides, it's been kind of tough staying awake all this time. I hate to ask, but would you mind carrying me? I can't really move so well anymore. You bet. That was the plan. Thanks for everything, Habitrot. You really are a bride's best friend. I know the truth, Da Vinci. I know you're not a human or a fairy. But I don't think Silver Shinobi or any of the others do. You're stronger than a human or a fairy, but your life's much, much shorter. And pretty soon, it's going to end. Okay, I've got Typhon Mark II too. Now I'd better hurry. I've already taken longer than I meant to. So why not just stay here? That way you'll live at least a little longer than if you go back outside. Uh-oh. Sorry for all the trouble, Mike, but I'm really glad you were here. And I don't just mean for today. I mean all of it. If I hadn't met you, our journey would have been a lot harder. So, thanks for listening to me that day. Pub life turned out to be a lot of fun. Since I might not get another chance to say this, I just want to tell you that you've got a lot more going for you than you realize. And I just know you've got lots of days filled with even more fun ahead of you. Alright, take care now. I'll have to save the world. She's turning around and heading for the door. Her back is completely exposed. She's going to leave forever unless I do something. Without Vinci, I'll just go back to being my boring old self. I don't want that. I don't even want to think about it. The whole idea is too frightening. I need Da Vinci here. She should stay here. She'll live longer that way too. So... The door opens and she steps out. The knife I clutched in my hand, just out of sight, clatters to the floor. I stare at her back as she shrinks into the distance, barely able to see her through my tears. That's right. Da Vinci wouldn't be Da Vinci if she wasn't free. Going wherever she wants is what makes her Da Vinci. She knows she doesn't have much time, but she still keeps reaching for her dreams. That's why she shines so bright. So I have to see her off. I have to keep smiling to the end. I used to think this place was a dream world where we could have anything we wanted. But I was wrong. Real dreams aren't easily obtained. That's why every day is so hard and so fun. That's what makes life worth the struggle, even if the world around you is about to end. Even if you're a horrible monster like us fairies. Yeah. Farewell, my friend from a far-off world. Thank you for coming to Britain. Thank you for coming to my pub. Thank you for all those wonderful days. They truly were a dream come true. And so the angel spread her wings and flew straight through the dangerous city into the world beyond.
Alright, Mesh, Munier, and Silver Shinobi are back from Norwich, and Da Vinci is back from Salisbury. All our units have completed their missions, and we can set a course for the pit. But before we leave, we still have time to do one last run-through of the operation. Commander Gordolf, would you do the honors? Right, of course. These run-throughs are important, after all. I appreciate your consideration. Right then. Listen up, Chaldea Lost Belt Field Team and local collaborators. We are about to fly to the pit and begin our battle against Kernonos. This should be our final battle in Britain, so don't worry about saving your strength for later. I want you all to use everything you can, every special technique and every ace up your sleeve. I mean it, you guys are always holding back one last trick. This time I want to see no holding back and no secret last-minute surprises. We're just going to carry out this operation as we planned it, and we're going to defeat Kernonos. Remember, we were all wiped out once before. It's only thanks to that witch Koyanskaya that we're still here. And according to Da Vinci, there's no more sign of her spirit origin anywhere in Britain. I'd say the odds are good she's already left this lost belt behind. Good riddance. At any rate, remember, this is our last shot at this. Don't count on getting a third chance. I'll make sure to give it everything I've got. Good. Now then, would you go over the particulars, Administrative Advisor? Certainly, Commander Gordolf. Repairs on the storm border are complete, and our flight and weapon systems are all fully operational. Meanwhile, it has been 20 minutes since Kernonos reappeared in the pit. Going from our previous experiences, the Calamity hands that assaulted us will appear in another 40 minutes. But just like the Fire Calamity that attacked the storm border earlier, we expect there to be a change in Kernonos this time as well. Specifically defensive systems. Once he realizes we have a divine construct on board in the form of Artoria Castor, there is a very high chance this Calamity will try to attack us. And since it simply isn't possible to evade all those cursed hands, this time we will pour everything we have into a defensive anti-curse layer and take them directly. Isn't that correct, Greimer? Yep, you got it. I'm gonna put a meditation spot, well, up on the deck. Proxy or not, I'm still the god of wisdom. If I really concentrate, I can turn this whole ship into sacred ground. Couldn't do much against Albion's thermic rays, but I can definitely hold off spiritual interference. So I'll take on Kernonos' curse, his anger, myself. He and I are both Celtic, so the least I can do is hear him out. There you have it. With Greimer the Sage's help, the Storm Borderer can get close enough to Kernonos to fight him. Last time he destroyed Camelot 50 minutes after he appeared, so we'll need to defeat him before that happens. Our combat team will consist of Silver Shinobi, Mash, and Artoria Castor. Though naturally, since he'll be on the deck, Greimer will also participate as needed, as will Chaldea's servants. We have 30 minutes to win this battle, starting now. Do be sure to keep that in mind, Master Silver Shinobi. We just passed Oxford. 5 minutes until we have visual on Kernonos. Should I keep going straight, or should I make a little detour? No need for a detour, Marine. Greimer, prepare for battle, if you would. It's time for us to get rid of the final calamity. Alright. Berserker.
And up. Time for facing off against Fluffy. AKA Big Chungus, AKA Kernonos.
We're almost to the pit. Nervous? Hate to admit it, but yeah. Me too. I mean, think about it. We're about to fight a god. A god! Doesn't really get much more intimidating than that as opponents go, does it? Not that I'm one to talk. I only just learned about proper human history at the site of selection, after all. But you must be used to these kinds of things, right, Silver Shinobi? I mean, this is far from your first time, right? Yeah, but it never gets any easier. I see. Well, that's a relief. Now I know it's okay to be nervous. But, could you pick my staff up for me if I end up dropping it from sheer nerves? You haven't changed a bit. Nope. Doing everything all on my own is still beyond me, so I'm glad I have others around to pick up my slack. So, did you find the reason you were looking for? No luck there, I'm afraid. Still as in the dark there as ever. But that's okay. I might not know why I keep persevering, but I think there was someone who did know. Oh, but I'm getting off track. Silver Shinobi, I wanted to thank you now while I still can. Once we defeat Chrononos, I'll go back to Avalon, and you'll go back to your own world. This me is just what was left after Muramasa took over the final part of the Sacred Sword's creation for me. Once I use up my magical energy, my role will be complete, and I'll fall into a deep sleep. Just like how King Arthur left for Avalon in your world. So, yeah, after we've dealt with the calamity, I'm going home to paradise. I see. I've always known where I'd return one day. I've known since I sacrificed myself to the site of selection. No, since I first floated to the surface. But before I leave, there's one other thing I have to do. I have to pay you back for everything you've done for me. For Avalon the FAE, like me, saving Britain means restoring this false Britain to the way it should be. But you and your companions were different. You knew it was false, and you still wanted to save it. So I figured just this once, I'd like to share the same goal. As long as you keep holding on to hope, this Avalon the FAE will keep listening to you. Not just so you can save Britain, so you can save the world. Yeah, one day I'm sure we will. By the way, Silver Shinobi, I have a question for you. What part of this journey did you enjoy the most? And don't say Manchester. Well, that was sudden. Let's see. Maybe... When we found out you were the child of prophecy in Salisbury? I love that face. What about you, Artoria? Me? Let me think. I was definitely the most fired up for the chocolate making, and the most shocked in Norwich. But I think my happiest memory was in the Welsh woods the 14th day after we met. That's when we shook hands for the 3rd time. I just want to help the child of prophecy on top of that. Man, that was so cool! Woo! I can't believe you still remember that. So on that note, here. This will be our last one. Thanks for everything, Artoria. Distance to Chrononos, 5 kilometers. Descending to begin our final approach to the target now. Contact in 2 minutes. All hands get to your seats and strap in until we get there. Okay. See you later. The most fun I actually had was on our 11th day, in Gloucester. For you, it was probably nothing special. But it was my first time taking a walk down a big street with someone I really liked. We have a visual on Chrononos. Lookouts, status report. Target's making a move. I'm picking up multiple magical energy signals from the bottom of the pit. It's the curse hands. Putting up an anti-curse layer and anti-misfortune barriers now. Oh man, are we sure those will be enough? They're pouring at us like Niagara Falls. Don't worry, I'll push them all back at once. In my death, I speak of life. O Mimis Brunner, ley line of mistletoe, sever the past and grow towards the future.
For the next 9 days, no folly shall be tolerated. Cross the twilight. Gambantain Valhalla. Whoa! Those cursed hands just turned into light and vanished. There's a second wave incoming now, but with that working for us, we shouldn't have anything to work. Damn it! He countered my retaliating curse. Caldeia, Silver Shinobi, you're not getting another shot. You need to finish this. Now! Absolutely. The armor may provide some protection, but we can't avoid the atmospheric magical energy contamination. Master Silver Shinobi will therefore remotely summon servants from the command room to aid in battle, while continuing to provide Miss Kirilight with magical energy. Let's begin our fight against Kernonos. It's time to bring Britain's calamities to an end once and for all. Now, I remember seeing on Twitter that for this fight, it was recommended, if... Oh, nope. No luck. Damn it. Well, shoot. In that case...
No, Van Gogh support?
Yeah, no, it's only letting me pick the 3 guest servants. So, without a Van Gogh...
Van Gogh yourself.
Yeah, I don't have Van Gogh myself, so that's the problem. Well, on the plus side...
A debuff, plan.
I guess I'll have to deploy the boy.
That works too, I guess.
Let's see. Abby... Double X... Idle Exalter, and Summer Abbey. All right.
Wait, as I'm now realizing, doesn't Castoria have a debuff plan?
I know her NP removes debuffs.
Oh! Yeah! Ah! Looks like you have my brain cells, Silver.
Alright, let's switch over to the Tropical Summer Craft Essence. And... let's engage.
With you then, brother.
Alright, so we faced the Calamity of the Flames, Albion, and the Calamity of the Beast, Barghest.
And we passed up Feral Goose, the Calamity of me wanting to rip his head off.
Calamity of the Curse, Carnonos.
I'm just gonna say, I'm just gonna say this. Paranormal Talon has been on draw in Boston, bro. Out of the 3 calamities.
I think it does, yeah.
Hey, big guy! Paranormal! Know that Silver and I take no pleasure in what we're about to do.
Layered Curse, ooh.
Yeah.
Apply.
Too long didn't read on that one, Silver. The more curse debuffs this thing has, the less damage he's going to take from you.
Yep, I see it. Apply a state that removes one layered curse and restore HP for yourself. Inflict layered curse corruption and decrease defense to a single enemy. Inflict curse to all enemies when damaged. Okay.
So yeah, that too, I guess.
Alright, Faithful Prayer.
But yeah, after we take care of this, he will probably go back to being his more friendship stuff that we're used to.
Okay, protection of the lake. Alright, mass hysteria. Let's go ahead. Kleepoth Rhizome, pale blue dot, around Caliburn.
ですか。我が手に白金の鍵あり、虚無より現れ、その指先で触れたもん。我が父なる神よ、バラの眠りを越え、いざ究極の前へと至らん。クリボーン
Okay, so we just gotta take off some of the layers of the curse. Thankfully, Artoria's around Caliburn removes debuffs like curse, so that should be fine.
Big brain thinking, Silver. With these health bars this thing uses, he gets more of those layered curses. You'd like to know.
Would make sense.
Yeah. So with Morgan extending an invite to one Johnny Silverhand, all I have to say is this. Wake the heck up, Ninja. We got a lot spelt to burn.
Okay.
I had to.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I just couldn't resist.
Okay. Let's decrease that charge. Attack down, okay. All right.
やってみる。もちろんやります。えい。えい。ここでまっすぐ。
Oof. Okay. Otra vez.
ですから。我が手に白金の鍵あり、虚無より現れ、その指先で触れたもん。我が父なる神よ、バラの眠りを越え、いざ究極の前へと至らん。クリボーン 僕は導く。人の夢、人の望み、届けよう。 全て遠き星の空へいつか僕はたどり着くペイルブルードット
Okay.
So, what are we gonna do after,
それはいつか来る
deal
兆
with
しの
this,
星希
after
望
we
の
deal
地
with the boss?
楽園の後
After we finish off the Lost
誰
Belt?
にもまでもなくあなたは星を飾すでしょう
Acquiring mine, why not?
アラウンドカリバーン
Good question, really. Alright. Health bar 1 down. Large range magical energy contamination.
Now, remember that bit I said about this guy getting more thirsty, of more health bars you lose?
Yep.
I was not lying about it.
Oh, right. Charisma of Hope. That's still a thing. Okay, so... NPs are sealed. Skills are sealed. But only for 1 turn. Let's see.
Oh, and just so you know, for the insert IP here versus Fairy thing, it's not exactly can't do what I have cooked up. Just something I cooked up with out of boredom.
雨の音
Okay. Yeah, good thing Voyager had that debuff immune skill still active. Ooh. All right.
Music.
Let's see.
マスターは悪い人じゃないにしようために
There we go. Ah, excellent. Thanks, Screamer.
我が手に白金の鍵あり虚無より現れその指先で触れたもう我が父なる神よバラの眠りを越えいざ究極の能力を疑うクリボーンナイト
Okay, pale blue dot now.
僕は導く人の夢
Really
人の
trying
望
to
み
deal with
届
this.
けようすべて
I
遠
don't
き
think I
星
ever
の
had
空
that on the bingo card with me more than just this idea of.
ペイルブルードット
Oh well. Not one to look a gift horse in the mouth, Silver.
それは
Alright.
いつか来る兆しの星希望の地楽園の後
Do-do.
誰に呼ばれるまでもなくあなたは星をかざすでしょう運命は誰のためアラウンドカリバーン
And removed all the debuffs. Okay, let's see. Oh. I just realized I gotta act quick.
やります
Mainly
ない
because,
ぞ
well, Turnernos is about to shoot the wolf. Right?
えい
Yeah. Basically, after next turn, he's gonna have full meter.
And you don't have Yang Guapi either.
No Yang Guafei, no Vincent Van Gogh.
Well,
Well, Abby and...
Guapi was... Yeah, I say you're pretty much screwed.
Abby and Castoria are down. Okay. Unparalleled waltz. Suit up.
And doesn't MHXX have a strength up against the Threat to Humanity skill?
Yes. Justice of World's End. I think I'm gonna save that for now. King's singing voice. The problem is Voyager might not survive. Okay. No use for the special attack machine, but... Ooh, got some good hits on that one. Okay, that cleaned out the second health bar. Layered curse, rapid regeneration. Uh-oh.
Yeah. This is where things kind of go off the rails.
Huh. Sorry, Voyager. Ow. Okay, Summer Abby. Alright, mass hysteria. Alright. Oh, that hurt a lot more than I thought it would. And Idlex Alter is out. And Double X is out. Yep. Looks like I'll have to use my command spells to revive everybody. That's odd. Is it just me, or while the health number is going down, none of the red bar is showing?
Alright, I'm pulling up your stream now to see what you mean.
Cornenos took some damage, yeah, but none of the red health bar is showing.
I think he must have healed it.
Oh, I don't think so. Alright.
Well, I'm a bit behind on this, so... You got like 3 of those Earth players. Keep in mind, Phil, I'm a bit behind. So,
Yeah, I got you. Okay. Starting with Kleepoth Rhizome.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. Red bar showing like it should now. I guess I just wasn't doing enough damage to show.
I've got 2 of those, I've got 2 of those things left.
Okay, and removing all the debuffs.
And now he's got 1 left.
Okay. Oh, 4. Oh, and the terror didn't work.
Probably because he's a defiant spirit.
Well, on the plus side, there's the defense debuff. Alright, Voyager of the Stars.
Abby also has a charge train thing. I just realized that.
What's that?
Abby also has a charge train thing. I just realized that. Duh.
Yeah. Alright, Protection of the Lake. Let's get Artoria herself a little up the meter. Let's see. Witch Trials.
Oh. Boys.
Okay, Artoria, gonna have you protect yourself. Because Voyager and Abby can survive.
On account of them being foreigners.
Yep. Oh gee, thanks, Screamer. Okay.
Thanks, Screamer. Very helpful.
Okay. Oh, crits. I don't care what timeline you're from. That's gotta hurt.
Four of those things.
Alright. Abby is...
You're almost... at least you're halfway to his, I don't know how far.
Yep. Hopefully, This should get a good chunk to him as well.
Alright, so 24 from Dome. Yeah, we got around
Okay. That was pretty good. Took off a whole 100 large. Okay, 78. Okay, about 78,000 health left for this health bar.
Alright.
Haha, debuffs removed.
Yeah, joke's on you, joke's on you, Paddington.
Okay.
But it's a freaking genius thing to just have what?
Okay. Oh. Abby's lost a fair bit of health to the curses.
Alright, 67 grenades left.
Ah, she's almost down.
Wait, why is it running? Why does he have? Wait, why did Kronos just use Meteor? He never had that in his bag when I fought him. Well, plus side, he's only got 3 curses, so a Voyager Brave Chain should do the trick.
Alright, Voyager, swing by.
Bad news, he's got full meter.
Yeah, and unfortunately,
Yeah, Abby's probably cooked.
Abby and Castoria, but with the swing by, I can at least save Voyager.
Okay.
If I do this right, yeah, okay.
What are you doing?
Alright. I guess I didn't really need to. I was giving Voyager an arts card in the chain to make sure he had a full meter, since he had swing by active, so he was protected. Alright, sure enough, that health bar broke. And Castoria's down too. Layered Curse, Regeneration, Acceleration.
Oh no.
NP loss per turn.
That's certainly concerning.
Oh yeah, good
And
thing
you
I...
got 7 of those.
8. 9. And 10.
Wow, that's just freaking-tacular. Totoro Alter over here is not letting us help him without a fight.
Alright, let's see. Let's get some healing on Voyager. blue splash on double X.
Because her MP is an arts card.
Just a second.
What the heck was that? Alright. Now use Justice the World's End, big man. So, how's everyone doing? I know it's late over the screen, but
Right, sorry about that. Okay, Justice of World's End.
yeah, that's the one with the Start to Humanity thing I was talking about.
Yep. Let's see. And because of the way Double X's NP works, I won't get any extra damage for it. But the attack buff does increase with overcharge.
Okay.
Let's see.
Have
Okay.
that out last.
Pale blue dot, Lumino caliber, and either space yet lawful. Oh, thanks, Screamer. Everybody say thank you, Screamer.
Thank you, Dreamer. Dreamer. Man, Dreamer has just been manual transmission level a lot. Okay, so that's 9 layer curses.
Doesn't even show Kernonos in this animation.
I bet he's probably just vibing.
I like the idea of this, you know, big pop idol concert hall, and then in the background you just have this big giant fluff monster just dancing along with the music.
Hey, Kernonos thinks like a friend!
He really is.
That's why I said in the beginning that we take no pleasure in kicking this thing's ass. Alright, so that's...
Okay.
Now we're back to 7 of those things.
I hate to say it, but at this rate, I'm gonna have to use one of my Saints Quartz too. Because Voyager's out.
Yeah. Because Voyager is now out of the picture. Alright.
Alright,
Now we're
and...
back to...
Ow.
And it's using Meteor again.
Yep.
Great.
Alright, Summer Abbey.
Wait. Fine. And I don't think that anything we're doing is going to do damage to that thing with a comical amount of cursing.
Alright. No. Huh, okay.
Yeah, that worked. And it was the only demerit that affected him. Hey.
Well, damn.
Hey. This is gonna suck. Best we can do is just whittle down the curses as best we can.
Yep, looks like. On the plus side, I have a Brave Chain with Summer Abbey, so this should remove more of those layers of curse.
defense down.
さあいらっしゃいましたもう
And Idle X is out.
We still got 6 of those curses. We still got 7 of those curses. Basically, we're back to square freaking one.
Yeah.
Jeez, what is this thing made out of?
いなくちゃ
Curses.
Calcium?
Alright. These are the Saints Quartz.
8 curses now. 9.
Okay, let's see. Mass Hysteria.
Fortunately, we won't have to worry about the MP down thing for these guys. They're all back.
Alright. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Cleat both rhizome, pale blue dot around Caliburn.
ですから 我が手に白金の鍵あり
Dreamer's a real
虚無
one.
より現れその指先で触れたもう我が父なる神よバラの眠りを越えいざ究極の能力をたらクリフォー大ファン僕は導く人の夢人の望み届けようすべて遠き星の空へいつか僕へたどり着くペイルブルードット
Okay, and I just need to remove the debuffs.
So now we're back to square one again. This seems like a hamster wheel for us.
We're on the last health bar though, so we're in the home stretch.
Oh, stretch, hell. No matter how many curses, this thing is making curses faster than we can delete them.
Oh shit, you're right.
Oh, good.
Alright, Castoria... Actually, let's do some NP gain. Alright. Curse consolidation. Uh-oh.
Curse consolidation? The heck does that do?
It hit Abby with like 5 instances of curse.
Oh. Well, crap. Now it's back up to 7. 8 again. Well, on the plus side, we're... Oh, on the plus side, our MP stuff is back, so... Second verse same as the first?
Alright,
みんな死ぬのね。見ててね、ために。
So Fleetport, Rosome, plant ale blue dot around Caliburn.
yep.
我が手に白金の鍵あり。虚無より現
And it
れ、
looks like the
その
real
指
one
先で
has
触れたも
and it looks
我が
like the
父
real
な
one
る神
is
よ。バラの
it
眠
looks
り
like
を
the real one has started to carry again.
クリボー僕は導く。人の夢、人の望み。
Evan,
届けよう。すべて遠き星の空へ。いつか僕をたどり着く。
Okay.
ペイルブルードット。
And now, around Caliburn.
excellent.
あれはいつか見た終わりの星。多くの言葉、わずかなきらめき。
Little under
どれほ
500,000
ど遠く消されても、私は
left.
星を探すのです。
But
さあ、
at least with the at
幕を開
least
けて。
with around Caliburn,
カリバーン
we'll have enough to buy us some time.
Yeah.
But as I said, problem is this big Totoro-looking dude here. He is making more curses than we can dispel.
On the plus
Why the hell
side,
is this thing
though,
looking at me? Why is this thing looking at me like that? That's rude.
alright, I think we still have a couple of layers, so...
I already tore through 3 of those layers, Silver.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it looks like Castoria might be down for the count this turn.
やります。負けないぞ。
Thankfully, Voyager has swing by, but still.
Yep.
えい。ここでまっすぐ。雨の音。
Alright.
4. 4 curses gone now. 4 curses are remaining now, Silver.
Yep, I see it. I see it. 5. 6. Ooh, shoot.
What?
He has full meter now.
Oh, well that's just swell.
Alright.
I want to do something and fast.
しばしお待ちを。夏といえばカレーですので。
Okay, at least Double X has a suit up.
Teranos doesn't have any invincibility skills that I know of.
No, he just has really high defense.
And a comical amount of flu.
And a comical amount of floof. Contributing to said defense.
お
Like
しまい
seriously,
に
that
して
dude is
権利をお見せ
oversized
しましょう。
chin. Why don't you deal with this oversized chinchilla already?
Okay.
僕は導く。人の夢、人の望み。届けよう。すべて遠き星の空へ。いつか僕へたどり着く。ペイルブルードット。
4.
早期銀河すなわちコスモス。
In case anyone's wondering why I'm counting, by the way.
Yeah, you're keeping track of the layers of curse.
Yes, I am. Because I also had to deal with this thing, and it is not fun. It is not fun at all. 3 curses left, Silver.
Yep, I see it. And I'm not expecting Voyager to survive this turn. And surely enough, he did not.
やだな。
4 curses now. 5.
Six, 7, 8.
Oh, that's just great. That's freaking spectacular. 8 curses. All that progress we made, and for what?
Alright, let's see. No. Increase critical strength. Increase attack and restore HP for allies. And safety oil for double X. Rose of Slumber. Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright, let's try this. Double X is probably out. Yep.
Oh, curses.
5,
5.
6.
Okay.
All right. Dreamlands, Lumino Caliber. Actually, oh,
Premier carrying the squad again.
yeah. Okay, Lumino Caliber.
5.
すなわちルミナス有名信頼なれども
Now that quick brave team should get us plenty of quick stars. You can put in those driving. And get rid of those curses. Two of those curses left, big man.
Yep.
That's the good news.
The bad news is another party wipe. On the plus side, I can take advantage of that because he only added 1 layered curse that turn.
Yeah. Puts him at 3 layered curses.
So, okay. Let's go ahead and
Hysteria anyway, if you know this doesn't work. Who's the divine spirit for crying out loud?
it still gives the defense debuff.
Right.
Hey, Karizul.
Oh. What? I didn't even say anything remotely foreign.
I think he just triggers that alert because he likes it, even if it doesn't work on this one. Okay, we're getting through to him.
Alright, now we're making some progress.
Pale blue dot.
2.
The boy is deployed. And around Caliburn to remove the curses.
1. 1 curse left, baby.
楽園の後誰に呼ばれるまでもなくあなたは星をかざすでしょう誰も
Man, that was halfway through the final health bar and we almost got rid of all the curses. Man, this final stretch has been ugly. And I'm talking Art the Clown ugly here.
Okay, so I just realized...
I had to say something, didn't I?
I just realized it's not actually rotating, we're just circling around it.
Oh. Cool.
Because I noticed the background's moving along with him.
Well, that's just genius. That's actually genius on Lasandra's part.
Yeah. Okay.
But we need...
Let's see.
Ah, Silver the Shinobi, I apologize for my earlier
Doing wheat fields.
Oh, you were destroying my wheat field. Turns out it was not you, Silver the Shinobi, it was in fact a regular Shinobi. Perhaps you can assist in identifying this Shinobi. Karazul, love you, bud, but we're dealing with a giant pile of cursed loot!
Yeah, a little preoccupied here.
Yeah. Maybe a brave? Oh no, Voyager doesn't have enough cards.
No brave chain, but I can do an arts chain.
Oh, same result. Well, same result, I guess.
I meant later, no need to strain your word strings. Fair enough.
It looks like the real one has once again carried.
Alright. That's that last
All the
layer.
curse layers are gone.
At least for now. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Now watch me completely knock on wood.
Okay.
Oh, at least
Oh, this is gonna hurt. Okay, so it's back to 3.
why do I say things?
3 is the number thou shalt count, and the number of the counting shall be 3.
Why do I open my mouth, Silver?
Yeah, you can't blame yourself for this one. Actually, if I remember right, Voyager's NP also gives the party some NP gains, so this should that should be just enough to add an extra layer of defense from around Caliburn. Because Castoria is now at 196%.
200.
Yeah, it would be just over 200.
Yeah, let me confirm.
We're about to find out in a second. Yep, sure enough.
Just look it up.
あれはいつか見た終わりの星。多くの言葉、わずかなきらめき。どれほど遠く
Yeah,
汚れても
living human ally.
私は星を探すのです。
Party charges NP by 20%.
Alright. And removes all the debuffs. Alright, finish line's in sight. Only 133,000 health left.
Malkin. That's on a thief skill. Yeah. Oh, nah.
Yeah.
What? Meat mouth. Because now Carnoth has invincible.
Oh. Shoot. Well, on the plus side, let's see. Unfortunately, Abby will be out, but... Actually, hold on. Before we do anything... Okay, it's good for the whole turn, so...
And we still got 2 more of those layered curses to deal with anyway, so... Should work out, man.
Alright. Well, Abby's gonna be out, but... I think Voyager and Artoria will survive this turn. And then I can put up the swing by and Sword of Selection things next turn. And actually... Oh no, except I already used it. Shoot.
You're just gonna swing by and police instinct. And then,
Alright.
Suit up.
Swing by, suit up EX.
夏といえばカレーですので。
Justice of World's End.
行くぞ、アクトワン。エネルギーイン。美味しいお店。
I suggest putting that, I suggest a, double X brave chain, my boy. Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
Well, I also want to get the defense up, so... I'm going for the arts chain.
エーテル宇宙の権威をお見せしましょう。望まれること、望まれたように。
Whatever.
風の音。
Good thing I have so many foreigners.
Well, my plan was to get rid of the final 2 curses and then deal a comical amount of damage to this guy with the Special Humanity thing.
Only 35k health left.
Oh. That worked. Yeah.
Alright.
Well, that worked.
And hey, removed all the debuffs.
Huh. That, actually, you know what? Your plan was better.
There is a method to my madness.
I should have just let you cook. And oh my god, that thing's face just opened. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. It does that whenever it uses that fully charged attack, so... Alright.
Hey, that's scary!
Voyager, finish him off.
quick pale blue dot. Should be enough to deal. Should be enough to adios him and finally end
僕
this.
は導く人の夢人の望み届けようすべて遠き星の空へいつか僕はたどり着く
Got it.
ペイルブルードット
Oh, there's the alpha. That was obnoxious. I'm glad that thing wasn't on a time limit.
Oh god, if it was on a time limit.
見直しましたかちょっとシリアスになればこんなものですえへん
And that counts as a super giant enemy. I needed that for that quest.
Well, I said that was something. So that just leaves a new class to deal with in the Pretender class Oberon Vortiger.
Okay, let's finish off this section and... There we go.
Holy crap, that was annoying.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Did all that just do nothing? Cardonos just instantly regenerated after his magical energy signal terminated. No signs of external injuries anywhere. It's no use. He's not going to stop. We've only peeled off a few layers of skin. How'd it feel to fight him, Mash? Did you figure anything out? I'm afraid not. We dealt him countless lethal blows, but none of them did any lasting damage. I think his curse is bubbling up to heal him faster than we can hurt him. All we can see now is the putrid dead flesh that's been bloated by his curse. If we can't cut the curse off at its source, we'll never be able to dispel this calamity. Alright, that ought to stop the bleeding for now. Well, well. Rotten or not, he's still a god, ain't he? No, it's because he's gone rotten that he's that much harder to get rid of. Now that we've tried fighting him, I can say for sure he's got a divine core. Oh, give me just a second.
Yeah. Tell me something I don't know.
Right, sorry about that. A divine core? As in the soul of a divine spirit? But Carnonos has been dead for... Something must have gotten inside his heart. Some kind of real special sacrifice that curses the fairy's whole existence. It was that sacrifice that reanimated Carnonos' corpse and set him up to the surface.
Avon, see.
Chipping away at him won't do anything. We need to completely annihilate him, all at once. But we don't have anything powerful enough to... Sure we do. It's been around for a long time. The 12 Sacred Lances embedded in Camelot's main gate. If we can activate them, we can beat Carnonos. That's what we were fighting for here. It's not quite enough to just prevent Camelot from being destroyed. Our job was to stall Carnonos here and get the Guardian of the Sacred Sword to the throne. And we've done that. Now all that's left is to see how our journey ends. Huh? Hold on. Where'd Artoria go? She's not here. I don't see Artoria anywhere. She must have slipped away from the deck when I wasn't looking. So that's why. That's why she... Mash, hold the line. Right, we have to do whatever we can. Re-engaging. I'll block all those attacks myself. Well, no, she's capable of such. after what happened in Norwich. Only death remained in Camelot. There were no fairies, no humans, no dead bodies, no Moors. She ran through halls devoid of all life, where countless splendors had come to an abrupt end.
What is she doing? Hold on, Martha. Let her cook.
Having jumped off the storm border,
The remaining fairies on your end.
having jumped off the storm border and landed on Camelot's still unbroken outer walls, she ran now for the throne as fast as her legs could carry her. No, I'm sure it was this way. Come on, Artoria, don't stop to think. You've already been here with Silver Shinobi. Just trust your gut and keep going. She gasped for breath, but not because she was tired from her earlier battle. What spurred her on was the enormous beast outside, separated from her only by a single wall of stone. Cernunnos, the enshrined deity, and his eerily quiet curse that seemed to oppress the very air. I know. It's here. It's here. It's crawling up from the bottom of the pit right now. Before they set out for the spirit cavern, the curse had crawled up from the pit and completely destroyed Camelot. It had arrived 1 hour after Cernunnos first appeared. There wasn't much time left. 10 minutes at best. 5 at worst. Before that time ran out, she had to reach Morgan's throne, learn its workings, and change it into something she could use herself. Before, she would have probably said it was impossible and looked for another way. But now she knew she could pull it off. She was a different person after coming back from the site of selection. Now she was more than half fantastical. Now she knew about the king who would one day draw the sword of selection and, sacred sword in hand, guide Britain to the future. And she knew that she herself was an intrinsic part of that concept. Someone who stands at the edge of the world, rather than its center. A beacon at the farthest point, no matter what sort of end may be upon us. She remembers something her Magecraft mentor taught her. An old, nostalgic story. The story of a nameless hero made from countless hopes. There. I definitely recognize this intersection. Then it's just up this way. Morgan's Throne. Ask the Savior's masterpiece, designed to gather and store magical energy from every fairy in Britain, and to operate the sacred lances. Behind the throne lay the terrace overlooking the pit. There she saw the enshrined deity, simply there, his body made up of 14,000 years worth of dead flesh, wordlessly towering over her. Her breath caught in her throat. Just the sight of him filled her with dread. His silence and all it conveyed made her flinch. He was right to be angry. He was right to curse fairies. He had reached out to them in good faith, and they had tricked and killed him. They had robbed his beloved priestess of her life and her dignity, and flourished for 14,000 years. The calamities were not born of hatred, but of obligation fueled by rage and grief. It was his way of saying, these creatures cannot be allowed to remain free. As the one who had inadvertently helped them survive, he now sought to destroy their world. Your anger may be justified, but this still isn't the way. If you've decided that Britain is a land of sinners, that not a single one is untainted, then you should have made a system to forgive their sins, not just punish them. You should have chosen a sentence and given them a chance to serve it. She turned her attention to the throne, becoming one with the 12 sacred lances embedded in the gate. The curse is coming. The curse is coming. It's crawling up from beneath the ground at speed akin to lightning. Sensing the curse may be about to end, countless rancorous voices clamored around her as if to try and stop her. Fairy deaths piled up endlessly over the course of 14,000 years rushed up in a torrent. Wow, she really was a genius. But right now her mind was consumed not with the encroaching threat, but with praise for Morgan. Morgan wasn't just an incredibly talented fairy. She'd also had the brilliant idea to make all of Camelot into a giant mystic code. And even though the spell to make it was utterly massive, its connections to her magical circuits and magical energy circulation were still absolutely perfect. It was the work of a prodigy without equal. It was no wonder she had been the greatest of the AVALON the FAE. The problem was, the whole system had been designed with the intention that said genius would be its operator. A surge of magical energy ran through her body. Lacking sufficient circuits to use all 12 sacred lances, the magical energy flowing from the throne burst around her in a shower of sparks. It dilated her blood vessels, nerves, bones, and muscles from the inside out. Her consciousness shorted out, her eyeballs ruptured, her lungs burned. It was all she could do to keep her knees from giving out. This isn't so bad. This time she wasn't going to run away. She knew it was going to work. Rongo Miniats, locked and loaded. Round table lances, weighing anchor. Great anti-calamity rite open. O lances of salvation, become the rain of Orkney and wash away all sins.
Thank you. Now you cook tea.
Gah!
And that thing still standing?
The lances had the necessary firepower. They had the strength to turn even Camelot's impenetrable walls to dust. But they still weren't enough. They were still far too weak to destroy all the layers of curse that had accumulated over the millennia. If any fairies had been there, they probably would have laughed. They would have said something about how even the great High Queen Morgan's own weaponry couldn't kill a god. No, it's not that. I'm just not using them right. She narrowed her now useless eyes and swallowed the blood she had coughed up. Her anger was not directed at the fairies or even Kernonos. She was angry at herself for still holding back, for still clinging to the possibility of going home. Don't you dare wish you could stick around just a little longer. You've already had plenty of time. I was supposed to disappear at the site of selection. The only reason I've lasted this long is because one of my companions sacrificed himself to give me this extra bit of time. I need to use everything, every last bit of myself, both past and present. That's the whole reason I've come this far. Rongominiad was Morgan's spell. Of course she couldn't make full use of it. The sacred lances may be beyond her control, but she could still make use of their structure. If they were essentially cannons, then all she had to do was load them with different ammunition. Having returned from the site of selection, she was now the essence of the sacred sword. So the new spell must be... change the circuit from the throne to my heart. Change the magical energy used from Camelot to the AVALON the FAE. Change Rongominiad to Excalibur. Tens of trillions of cells burned with pain, as though the entire universe had been ablaze. A number of cursed hands stretched toward her, making their way to the throne room's terrace. In her mind, accelerated through the intense pain, a single moment lasted for eternity, and she slowly recalled the memories of what she used to be. Morgan, my rival from a far-off world. She remembered what happened in Norwich. She did not regret what she did or didn't do. She just remembered what she saw, and how gloriously bright it was. I never was able to beat you, not even to the very end. I couldn't show you who I was through my strength, or even say anything back to you. But now, at the very end, I have been given one final chance. A chance to use every last bit of my remaining magical energy to show you who I am. Did you find the reason you were looking for? No. I never did become who I wanted to be. But I will take my place here anyway. And not for the sake of the cold, merciless queen who only wanted to protect this throne, but to honor the life of the incredible savior she once was. Now I'm going to finish the job you should have done 2,000 years ago. She looked up, facing the looming sin. She summoned the last of her strength as the AVALON the FAE, all the magical energy holding her together, and... O sacred sword, reveal thyself. Hear me, enshrined God, and forgive us our sins. Once more with feeling. Oh, that looked like it hit. All that remained was her mistletoe staff, resting across the winter throne like a sword. Its purpose fulfilled. "12 charges of an extremely powerful spell were just fired from Camelot's main gate simultaneously. They're all direct hits. Crononos' spirit origin signal just changed from negative to positive. 90% of his outer curse layers have been blasted away. Whoa! I can see something! There! It's his divine core! I'm sensing a ton of godly energy from it. Crononos' core! Well done, Artoria Caster. Although, is it just me, or is his nearby flesh wriggling around like it's still trying to regenerate? It's not just you. It's already started to regenerate. Not even the Rongo minions were enough to beat him. We only have 6 minutes until Crononos is back to his old self. What do we do, Captain? If that's a divine core, our normal weapons won't be able to destroy it. Da Vinci, order the rest of the crew to abandon ship. You can use the shadow border to escape. The Nemo series and I will stay here in the command room.
You're not sacrificing yourself, Captain.
As soon as we've confirmed you're all safe, we're going to ram the storm border into the divine core at full speed. But that'd be suicide! No, absolutely not. I can't let you throw your lives and this ship away. There's no time to argue, and this isn't up for discussion. Come on, Silver Shinobi, you need to hurry up and... No, that won't be necessary. Now that Chronos' divine core has been exposed, this operation has played its part. Silver Shinobi, would you hurry up to the deck? Mash is waiting there for you. She can't slay a god without your command spells. Catch my drift? Right. Right, on my way. But didn't she lose? The target's divine core is finally exposed. At the rate it's regenerating, it won't be long before it's hidden again. Artoria gave us an incredible opportunity, and I had the means to take advantage of it. But now there's nothing I can do, and it's all because I was too much of a coward. If I just hadn't run away from my choices, from my responsibilities, then I could have... Man, you're really broken up about this, aren't you? I get it. You were running away from fighting back then. No matter how brave or heroic you are, at your core you still hated fighting. That hasn't changed. But what has changed is where you're looking now. Now you know what you're fighting for and why. And that means I don't have to keep holding on to this for you. Huh? Habitron?
Avatron.
Yep. And I've got something that belongs to you. Something you left behind after it was used at the castle in Sheffield. Something that should never have existed in Britain, and something you'll need to show who you are from now on. You said it's called the Black Barrel, right? Don't forget it this time, Mash. We, as we are now, are hypothetical beings, all being created in the Tree of Emptiness' simulation. So I'm going to move forward under the premise that it wasn't Mash who existed in the FAE era, but Galahad. Neither you nor I must remember anything about to hear. No way! I don't want to forget about Mash! Oh, there's another typo. She's gonna go through something awful again in the era of the High Queen, right? Then I have to be there to help her. You're going to be around in the era of the High Queen, right, Esk? Then I'll figure something out, too. I know, an ice coffin. I'll ask Greamer to make me the same kind of ice coffin as Mash. I have to. I still haven't kept my promise to her. I still need to make her the best bridal dress ever. Once this world changes over to the era of the High Queen, every loose end will disappear. You can't go from one era to the next, at least not while retaining your memories. Even I could never do that. It would only lead to contradictions. If I added this loop's knowledge of myself to the era of the High Queen, I'd no longer be able to exist. We have no choice but to forget about Mash. If even knowing all that you still want to remember her, you will need to steel yourself. So long as you retain memories of Mash, you will not be meant to exist in this world. Your entire life up until Mash is sent here from Norwich will disappear. And no one will be able to speak the first Tomlin's name. Let me be clear. No one in the era of the High Queen can ever know you were one of my first knights. If even one person realizes you're actually Todorot, you'll vanish from the era of the High Queen. You're from a fantastical lost belt. As such, there is no way for you to survive in the reality of a singularity. So, I'm going to erase all of Mash's memories of you. Everything from the moment she meets you in Sheffield in 2019 to the moment she enters her coffin. So long as she has no memory of you, you should be able to live in the era of the High Queen as well. Which is why you'll have to stay away from Mash once she's been freed from her coffin. If she remembers you, you'll vanish from the era of the High Queen. You'll disappear when the morning lark sings, just like a summer night's dream. Todorot. No, Habitrot. How could I have forgotten about you? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I didn't remember. It's so wonderful to see you again. I can't believe this is happening. No, you've been with me all this time, watching over me. Yep, I always keep my promises, you know. Here, this is yours. I've been hiding it inside my spinning wheel all this time. Never even noticed, did ya?
You've even got the black barrel. Then when you came floating down from above, you must have...
Yep. I stashed it away quick as a wink while Beryl was yammering on. Pretty impressive, right?
It is. You must be just as fast as ever then. I had no idea you had...
Epitroc? The morning lark is singing, and my dream is coming to an end. But that's okay. I mostly did what I wanted to do, and I long since kept my most important promise. So this is where old Habitrot says goodbye. I wish I could have seen your happily ever after. Ah, hey, knowing you guys, you'll be fine. In fact, I bet you'll always have perfect weather for every single one of your anniversaries.
Wait. Is this because I remembered you? Is that why you're disappearing? Why? Why did you do all this for me? I don't deserve it.
Sure you do. And even if you didn't, so what? I don't care. I just want you to be happy. I mean, everyone did the best they could, right? Ace did. Hector and Reineck. Even Greemer was a pretty good guy. They might all be gone now, but we still had a great journey together. And besides, I'm a friend to brides everywhere. I wanted to make sure your future would be a happy one.
No, please don't go. Take the memories back. I promise I won't remember you. Please. Just please, don't go. You more than anyone else. You put everything into making your dreams come true.
Ah, come on, you know that's not true. But if you really, really want to pay me back, then how about this? Remember. Remember me? Remember Ace? Remember how beautiful our Britain really was.
I will. I promise.
Well, looks like we're out of time. I can see Silver Shinobi running this way, too. Go put Carnonos out of his misery, Mash. He's suffering, too, in his own way. Consider this a fresh start for the dreams that await you. No matter how hard it is to say goodbye, there will always be something wonderful to look forward to. Always. Now go on. Hold your head high. Show this old Tomlin what a badass you really are. Of course I will. Just watch me, Todorot. Mash, I've got a command spell. Right, Master.
Let's
I won't run away again. As a knight who completed her pilgrimage, I'm going to use everything I have to crush the calamity plaguing Britain. Here we go! Fire at will.
Black Barrel. Hell Flash! Ow. Oh what, so now friend-shaped gods are falling on me?
Target elimination confirmed. Did you see that, Thank you. Thank you, Tomlin Todorot. Thank you, Habitrot the Spinner. I'm so proud that you chose me to be your dream. Goodbye. May the flowers bless you too. Ugh. The sky's back to its old twilight. Attention on the deck. Silver Shinobi, Mash. We've confirmed that Carnonos has disappeared. and the curse spraying from the pit has ceased. We're even able to get readings on the bottom of the pit now, where it seemed bottomless earlier. Every calamity in the British Lost Belt, and all threats to proper human history, have been defeated. Once we've refueled the storm border, we'll head back to the waters off the western coast. Then, as soon as we've confirmed the British Lost Belt is safe, we'll return to Novum Chaldea. Great work, you two. I'll be keeping the speed low for a while, so take your time about coming back inside if you like. Whew. I think we finally pulled it off. I'll admit, I was freaking out a little when not even the Rongo Miniads finished him off. But then you guys showed up with a god-killing weapon that easily put Muramasa to shame. I just wish Artoria could be here too. Well, yeah, sure. It'd have been great if we could have won without sacrifices. But things don't usually go that way. Most of the time you lose something or someone along the way. This time might not have been any different. But personally, I think those two went out happy, knowing they did everything they possibly could. And it's all because they believed you guys would win this thing. Because they wanted to see you do that more than anyone. They put their trust in you, thought of you as their friends. If you're going to remember them for that. And don't forget, your battle doesn't end here with Britain. You've still got this foreign god thing to contend with. I know. We're so grateful to Artoria and Habitrot. And to you, Greamer, the Sage. By the way, I couldn't ask this during the battle, but is your eye alright? Oh, sure, it's just what I needed to put on a truly mythical performance. Besides, having only one eye made my magecraft sharper than ever. Right. Now that your job's done, you don't need to be here anymore. Looks that way. God of Wisdom entrusted me with ensuring Chaldea got their hands on the sacred sword. And as a Celtic heroic spirit, I also got to be there for Chrononos' final moments. So now my role in this Lost Belt is complete. As the only helper here from proper human history, I'm glad I managed to save face. Huh? Thank you again, Cuchulainn. What are you going to do now? Are you going to be registered at Chaldea as a caster? It's Greamer, alright? Now that you know my deal, I'd rather you call me Greamer from now on. But anyway, I owe you guys one now, and not just me. The God of Wisdom says so too. And if I can keep the spirit origin after going back to the throne, I'll pop by Chaldea as a caster. So I'll see you guys then. I have a feeling I'll be seeing you all again. There goes Greamer too. Alright. It's time we put this lost world behind us. The calamities have dealt Isle a critical blow. There can't be many survivors left. Still, at least it hasn't been completely destroyed. I wish we could stay to see Britain get back on its feet before we return to Chaldea, but... yeah, that would be nice. Wait, huh? All the flames and curses have dissipated, but chunks of the ground are still breaking apart. In fact, if anything... Attention! Attention! I'm picking up a massive gravity fluctuation all across Britain. The ground is floating up into the air, even though there's nothing creating gravity up there. What the heck's going on? This doesn't make any sense. Everything is falling up. It's worse. Sheba's detecting a level 1 threat. I can't see what's causing it, but the way things are going now, the whole Earth's gonna be gone in an hour. It's the collapse. The collapse has started.
Over on Portica.
How is this happening? But we dealt with all the calamities. There shouldn't be anything left to threaten Britain.
So why is the collapse beginning now? There's no sign of a new enemy anywhere. Sure there is. You just didn't notice it because you'd been looking at it the whole time. Remember that mural in Londinium? That was a depiction of the prophecy of destruction Kernonos' priestess made, just as she was being dismembered. As the world grows newer, unbeknownst to all, its roots will grow older, until one day they will be so brittle as to crumble with a bite from a single insignificant insect. That prophecy wasn't about Britain's future. What you're seeing now is what happens when the roots of even the strongest human history are gnawed through. Soon the entire planet will be gone, as though it never existed. Oberon?
That's not over.
Oh? What's wrong, Blanca? Your pretty antennas stopped moving. Oh. You're dead. Were you taking all the Moor's poison being directed at me from all of Britain in my place? Thanks, I guess. Not that it really matters. Oberon? That's Oberon? He certainly does look the part of a fairy king, but what's the meaning of this, Da Vinci? Your report said he was one of your local collaborators, a proper human history servant who had been summoned by this land. But his spirit origin isn't from proper human history at all. For that matter, he's neither human nor fairy. In fact, he doesn't match any known life form. Is that really Oberon the Fairy King? Of course it is. Believe me, I confirmed it dozens of... Huh? I can't see his magical energy signal on the border sensors. No, wait. I can, but it doesn't match any of our data. His spirit origin is changing literally every second. I don't believe it. There's no trustworthy information about his spirit origin anywhere. He may as well be He may as well be invisible. There, but not there at the same time. Then, who in the world is he? Ah! I just picked up a massive irregular space in the northern Britain. No, wait, when did this show up? My apologies, but I don't know what you mean by irregular space. Can you be more specific? Look, there's just a weird thing there, okay? What is that thing? Is it actually alive? I'm sorry, but we can't explain it. We just can't. We've never seen anything like that creature anywhere in the world. I even tried firing a sensor pulse at it, but it didn't get a single reading. I can tell it's really bad news, though. Shiba's gone pitch black. It's hard to believe, but according to this, we're already done for. Return impossible, destination permanently unmoored, eternal voyage in progress. What kind of status reports are these? Captain, we're scared. Did we already sink without realizing? Yes, there is something pulsating to the north, and I can only describe it as a hole in space. But it seems we can't view it on the monitor. Mr. Silver Shinobi, can you see it from the deck? Yeah, I've been seeing it for a while now.
It's a big thing of butt.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Holy shit is right.
What?
Silver, even with your right hand install that thing is... Yeah, we're screwed. We are 10 layers of screwed.
What is that, Master? Some kind of black haze is sucking up the ground. No, it's eating the island. What in the world could that horrible-looking creature be? My guess is... it's an insect. That's right.
The worm of the abyss.
That's right. Just a single insect. Though, as you can see, it's actually a conceptual insect. An infinite whole that's going to destroy Britain and turn the planet inside out. You can think of it as an endless hollow, if you'd like. It's also me. Even I can't really tell which of us is real and which is just the shadow. Who are you, really?
Answer us.
Well, since you asked, I'd be happy to oblige.
Silver? Silver,
Yeah?
do you have any foreigners?
I do?
I have a plan so crazy, it just might work.
Launch him at him?
Yes.
Senpai, Oberon's form. No, his very spirit origin is... I swear, these fairies are just unbelievable. First they kill a god and use his body to create a small island to replace the land that disappeared because of their screw-up. Then, still not satisfied, they kill uncountable numbers of their own kind to fill in the sea and make an entire landmass from their corpses. Ugh. Their sheer audacity and greed is enough to make me sick. Don't you agree, Silver Shinobi? Even as a human, you think they're pretty awful. So imagine how disgusted the original Britain must be with them after it was returned to nothing. No wonder it sent calamities after them to try and wipe them all out. Oberon. Anyway, Chrononos wasn't part of it. In some way, he was actually trying to protect the fairies. The only reason I made it up to the surface now is because he's finally gone. Morgan ensured Fairy Britain creation by sealing Chrononos' way instead of defeating him. I honestly wasn't sure what to do. I certainly had no means of defeating Morgan myself. So, I waited. I waited for a human who could defeat her to appear. I waited for someone who could pop the lid off Chrononos and finally get rid of him. The Child of Prophecy's prophecy was just the chance I was waiting for. It was even kind of an amusing idea. So I helped it along a little. I did my part to ensure the Child of Prophecy would set off on her journey and successfully complete her pilgrimage. All so you could be the ones to ruin everything you were working towards. Tell us your name, Oberon.
Or rather,
Gladly.
Oberon Vortiger.
Wow, really just... I've taken the form of Oberon the Fairy King, a fantasy, a fiction created by your own proper human history. I'm the embodiment of Britain's will, the very will that wished for its own destruction when the Age of Mystics ended. My name is Vortigern. Oberon Vortigern. I'm the abyssal worm who destroyed Fairy Britain, with a little help from all of you.
If you're expecting a thank you, don't better.
True name, Dissolution.
Your very presence, Oberon,
Alright.
is an affront to nature's balance.
And we are introduced to the Pretender class.
That's why I said bring all the foreigners you have.
Well, that'll have to wait until next stream. Because we're already way over time, and holy shit, yeah. That thing is huge. Okay, so we're still over the giant hole. Alright, we'll have to start this next time.
We'll have to wrap this up tomorrow.
Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and switch to this. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Let's go ahead and... we can actually raid, Proton John. And I know the perfect raid message for this situation. The raid message being, anybody got a bug zapper? Alright, let's see. Tomorrow, assuming the schedule, calms down and I get to do my normal afternoon and evening streams, afternoon will be beginning Drawn to Life, finally. Drake's been pestering me about that since we finished up with, since before we finished up the 4-drop Fiesta. Tomorrow's evening stream, we'll see what we can do about this new threat. I will see you guys later. Let's go ahead and raid.